having a language to first of all name the dynamics. So with Lost Conversations, that was kind of what we were trying to surface, was what are these dynamics that we see playing out whenever we come together across Indigenous, non-Indigenous, and to have a way of talking about it that made it okay and in a way normalizes it. That, you know, of course we haven't created this space together. We're still learning in Australia, how do we work together? And of course we're going to be caught in these traps. So the language around gatekeeping, the language around the culture card, the critic. I think what we've seen is once people have got that language, they can go, oh, there it is. We can spot those patterns playing out. And having a space where it's safe to talk about it and it's okay. So I think that's been a strategy of normalizing it, you know, the work we've done with telling the stories behind it, being able to kind of see yourself in it and own that as well, to model that it's okay to talk about it. Now, you can only do that when there is sufficient trust, and I think it can take a long time for trust, but equally I see trust used as a form of work avoidance. That we, you know, a lot of collaborations go, there's no trust, we can't work together. Whereas I've seen that trust being built by being willing to stay at the table and work together through those difficulties, because you've got a shared purpose, which is really the anchor. So I think without that, it is really hard if there is absolutely no trust. But you know, where the kind of issues that we're trying to tackle in Australia at the moment, if there's a compelling shared purpose we've got, then sometimes that's all it takes, is we've got to sit at the table and we've got to figure this out together.
Yeah, trust is really, I guess that compelling purpose, we can learn trust and lean into trust and grow in trust as we stay there longer and we give ourselves room to stuff up. You know, giving ourselves permission to fail is giving ourselves permission to succeed. And you can't succeed unless you've given yourself permission to fail, both black and white. And I think part of our journey together has been the kind of role play and naming things and playing with concepts without actually naming people. And we're playing the concept rather than playing the person, rather than collaborate to shift that arrow or to shift that word box that's just been placed in front of you. Whoa, dude, did you want to reframe that? You know, that sounds like a this. Is that what it is? And that person, no. What I'm actually saying is this. And they're thinking, oh, okay, then I can re-engage. And I think roles and language helps us to play the issue and not the community or not the person.